We all know something which is called a magnet. This magnet, what does it do? We all know it attracts iron piece. This is the minimum requirement which everybody knows, minimum knowledge. Okay. In physics, we study it as magnet as a material. So far we have studied the basic cause of magnetism, that a current carrying coil makes a magnet and an electron is the basic unit which gives magnetism. Okay, that was there. Now we come to the macroscopic part of it, and that is known as a magnet. What is a magnet? Magnet is a material which has two properties. Number one, if we hang it, it will stay in a particular direction, which is Earth's north-south. North-south. Whenever we hang it in this direction, it will automatically turn north-south. And then it has another property which is more familiar to us, that it will attract an iron piece. It will attract an iron piece. It will also attract another magnet. It may repel the magnet. That means it can apply force on another magnet and it can always attract another iron piece. So, we can say magnet is a material which has got two properties. One, attracting iron pieces. Second, a directional property. Whenever it is hanged, it stays in north-south direction. So, I will write it. Okay. Now, we can study the properties in detail, and I will write it, important properties. Actually, this material, this was found initially in magnesia, so it was called magnet, and because of its directional properties, it was used for navigation. Whenever people used to go on ships and other things where it was not possible to see the direction, because sun was not visible due to continuous rains for the days together, or in the night time, or at any other time, and they wanted to know in which direction they are moving. So they used to use one stone which was found in magnesia. And what was specialty of that stone? Whenever you hang it, it will move, rotate and stay in a particular direction, and that was always pointing towards north of Earth. So, that was, because it was brought from magnesia, it is known as magnet. That was the basic start, and later they found that it is also attracting iron pieces. Then after that, scientists study it. Now, there are so many other things they found in a magnet and around this place. The very first thing they found, strangely, that the whole Earth behaves like a magnet. Because a magnet attracts another magnet, we found that this magnet, what we have got, is attracting Earth in a particular direction. So, Earth behaves like a magnet. This was a property. And there is a force of attraction between our magnet and the Earth magnet. Because of this attraction, it will always come to the direction of the Earth. This is the fundamental basis of its directional property. Because Earth is a magnet, therefore this magnet turn and align itself along the Earth's magnetic field. So, Earth behaves like a magnet. The second property we have it, the magnet, our magnet has got two ends and we have given them names. These two ends are very powerful in attraction. Whenever we hang them, one end will move this way, one will move this way, and this will decide their names. The end which is towards the Earth's north side will be known as North Pole, and this one will be South Pole, which is heading towards south. So, this we will write it, that bar magnet, two ends are called poles. Two ends of a magnet are called poles. Okay, when we hang it, the one directed towards Earth's north is north pole of magnet, other is south. Okay, so this is how we decide which is north pole and which is south pole. Then property number 3 is regarding attraction. When we have two magnets, then similar poles repel and the opposite poles attract each other. Okay, this is about attraction and repulsion. There are few other properties. If we say that we will cut a magnet so that one person is having a north pole and other is having a south pole, it is not possible. The moment you cut it, here this is north, this is south, when we cut it, there is another south pole generated here wherever you cut it and another north pole will come here. The small piece you have will again have north and south, north and south. So, north and south, these cannot be separated. North and south pole cannot be separated. Then fifth property is, can we make a magnet? Can we destroy a magnet? Answer yes. We can convert an iron piece into magnet. That means magnet can be made. Some magnets are found naturally. That was magnetic stone, and magnets we can also make out. There are methods you have learnt in the earlier classes, by rubbing method, by keeping in contact with another magnet, it will convert into magnet. We will study what happens inside a iron piece, how it is converted into a magnet. The lecture will come after some time. Okay, so that is the fifth property. I will write here. Magnets can be made and can be destroyed. Okay, so these are basically 5 properties. Earth itself behaves like a magnet. The two ends are called poles, and similar poles repel, opposite poles attract. North south cannot be separated, and magnets can be made and can be destroyed by different methods. These magnets what we get have got different shapes also. Okay, we make the shapes, but nowadays we are using magnets of many shapes, and I will show you shapes. One very common shape is bar magnet. This is a bar magnet. There is another popular shape that is known as U magnet or horseshoe magnet. North, one is south. Another magnet what we use a lot in our lab, that is, we convert a magnet and give it a shape of needle, a very small, very lightweight needle hanging on a pivot so that it can rotate and give us the direction. So this is another shape. This is a magnet itself. So any marking gives north and other side is south. Nowadays in the speakers we are using this type of magnets, ring magnets. Inside is one side is north, one side is south. We are also using this type of magnets here. This whole disc inside is one pole, say south, and this outside is north. Yeah. Just like a drum we play, inside, outside. So here is north and south. So there are different shapes of magnets which we use in our lab. Okay. Now this is the basic introduction of magnets. Now these magnets, what are their properties in physics and what is their strength? that we have to study. But before we go to mathematics, I will also introduce to you one very common thing about the magnet, that what is a pole? This magnet north-south gives out magnetic field all around it because it is showing its effect of attraction. Now if magnetic field, I have this magnet here like this, it will stay, and when I put it here it will stop like this. This shows that there is a north pole in this direction because south is always attracted by north. This is also attracted by north. So what we find, that all the materials are attracted towards a particular point in the magnet, and this is the point what we call as pole. See, this is pole. Because this pole is attracting south from all the directions, we will call it north pole. And similarly, we have a south pole here. Now you will find that north pole is not the outermost point. It is somewhere in between. It is nearly, I should say, 7th, this length. This length is known as actual length of the magnet or effective length. Effective length. It is nearly 70 to 80%, or we can say 7/10 of total length. This is effective length. Now, why this north is not at the end, why it is inside, this we will study when we are doing ferromagnets, and when I tell you what is there inside this magnet, because of which it is having the properties of magnet. There it will come that why this point is most powerful. But remember, the most powerful points are slightly within the ends. 7/10 of the total length is effective length from pole to pole, and this is the most powerful, and this is the least powerful. Everybody talks where are the most powerful point. Nobody tells you where is the least power. Here is the least power. So if you place this thing here, it will simply stay like this, neither bending this way nor this way, no magnetism here. Okay, so this is poles, location of the poles, the strength of the pole, and we had many other terms because this pole was compared with electrical dipole. All our knowledge which was developed initially was in tune with the electrical dipole, because electrical dipole was having minus q plus q, these two poles at a certain distance, south, north at a certain distance. So we used to call it magnetic dipole. This is electrical dipole. Now this has got a charge, this has got magnetism. Only difference is that these two charges can be separated and this dipole can be broken. This cannot be separated and this cannot be broken. This difference was so contrast, so strong, that later we refused that this is a copy of this. We said no, it is entirely a different thing, because with our new knowledge now we know that it is a current flowing in a coil, and this behave like a magnet, this, not this. But since we had the name, it keeps on continuing. So nowadays our new knowledge promotes this magnetism and not this. But still we have bar magnets, we study it, and we have many properties, because material magnet we find. So we have to know the terms in material magnet. So this was magnetic property. Now other physical properties we will study in the next lecture. Thank you.